Hello everyone, let us get into this energy. I crushed my arm in something, which is interesting. It's my own fault. I hope you guys are doing well with this crazy energy. Oh, there's me trying to start without getting signifiers. What energies are the divine masculine and feminine in right now, and the energy between them for the chameleon and the hawk, which I love both those cards. What are the energies right now for the counterparts and between them? Spirit. You have lion. Love it. He has rabbit. Again, both facing towards the future. And we have parrot. So I think that the parrot is an extremely important energy. Bottom is hawk. Lots of spirit here. Lots of spiritual guidance, lots of spiritual energy. I would be extremely careful with the words, because that's what the parrot spirit says. Watch your words. And that eclipse is in Aries and we have Mercury retrograde, and I would just go slow, double check, think it over. That's my opinion. That's what's coming through the cards here. You have be generous of spirit. I would interpret this as like, give the benefit of the doubt. Look at that. Three major arcana. The Emperor played a big role in the reading I did yesterday. Wow. This is amazing energy. Feels like someone's coming back around here. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, the World, the Hermit, Ten of Swords, and Page of Cups. 2 threes in reverse, Magician in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. You may be feeling somewhat ungrounded as this energy develops, because I see that there's a plan here of something or someone to return in the future. This plan has already been made. There's 3 lions in a row. What's coming through is this: remember there's strength and vulnerability. Whenever I have the Magician and the Emperor show up together, especially the Magician in reverse, the energy, what it feels like to me is that someone's trying to make something look different than it actually is. I think your masculine's trying to look like he's not moving, but I think he's planning to come back. Seven of Swords in reverse. We've been getting this energy a long time. That is another Three of Cups energy to me. Ugh. Well, these cards made it somewhat more difficult. It's like he doesn't want to show his vulnerability. I'm getting that there's this like big facade. I really wouldn't be surprised if we had the Mask card come out again. A lot of these cards were in the short reading I did yesterday. But here we have the masculine showing up front and center. Very strong energy. King of Wands, King of Swords, Emperor, Magician. I don't know. I don't think he likes that you're knowing your worth so much. but that doesn't matter. Something about you is kind of driving him forward. I keep feeling this energy of movement. Keep getting purple and pink. Oh, that card hasn't come out for a long time. Wow. Yeah, see, he's trying to appear to just be quiet, gentle, neutral, and fit in. That's the energy I get. But behind the scenes, there's all this, like, the lion is strength. Yes, it can be pride. But with this King of Wands, I'm feeling, and the Ace of Swords, I'm feeling it's a very passionate desire to speak the truth. Okay, so whenever the Salmon card comes up, it means that there's some kind of mother issue around or playing a role in this. It could have to do with him having a goal to, like, return. For some of you, this could be some event. Silver is usually like a party, a celebration, a holiday, something that marks time for us. You know, we're coming up to a period of time where spring turns into summer. We have, like, I think it's Memorial Day, I always get confused, and graduations, spring breaks, travel, different things that there's something about luck here. Timing, being right. And I get this feeling like he swoops in and it almost appears accidental, or like I kept getting that the other day, twist of fate, turn of the wheel. But I think he's doing that because he feels vulnerability in this, like, loss. If he walked away from you, there was a loss here. Even if he just didn't speak his truth, because I saw that come up like this, he has been challenged, is the word they're using, to speak more truths. And this seems very difficult for him. Like, he's trying so many things to get away from it, to get around it. I don't think Spirit's gonna let him get away with it. Like, part of me, it's funny the way they're showing this to me. It's like, I don't know why they're showing me train tracks, but it's kind of like everybody was moving in a certain direction, and then he just, like, switched the track and went somewhere else. And then now he's just trying to switch the track and just come back. And he thinks that this will work. Interesting. I don't know if you feel like kind of, I don't know, it's not gatekeepery, it's not like, it's kind of vigilant on I Like they're showing me the Hawkeye. I actually got a Hawkeye crystal the other day. I think I have one here, actually. I do. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. The blue tiger's eye is the hawk's eye. Saying this is a good crystal for right now. He's got a lot of like camouflage smoke screen around him. It's not really deceptive that we have the Seven of Swords here, so you know, when the Seven of Swords shows up, there can definitely be some deception. I actually think he wants to come clean about the things he left unsaid. You know, I kind of feel right now like I've said this a lot of times. And the energy that's coming through for you is this like playful, spiritual energy. Again, definitely knowing your worth. See, it says divine timing is at work in your love life. Someone is returning. Someone from your past is returning. You've known each other before. Both these cards kind of show, it's not him sneaking up, but it kind of feels that way from behind. And this one even has like a, I think it's a full moon here, and this one's at night. Showing me this, it's a whirlpool, but it's also like the cosmos. Like, I don't know. I don't like saying like, I've heard this so much, and it's like, even it's going to surprise you, even though you've heard many tarot readings saying this, you feel it, you kind of actually just have faith in it now. Like, it kind of seems like a foregone conclusion. It's still going to surprise you. So I have seen both children, honeymoon, and wedding rings. There's a lot here, look at that, about why did this separation happen? Why did he make it feel like it was unrequited love? And they're saying the unrequited love is a lot to do with the smoke screen. And I think a smoke screen is like used in battle. And I honestly like don't know what they use it for. I guess it's like so you can't see the maneuvering. And that makes sense with the magician here. Like, and this. There's maneuvering going on. And in a battle, you know, you're maneuvering for victory. And I think you feel like what's coming up, the feeling that's coming up is like, maybe once upon a time you saw relationships as a battle, or you saw something like win-lose, or it was normal to like fight against each other. But now what I'm seeing, it's like you have an understanding, a different understanding of union, and a different understanding of relationships, and a different understanding of soul connections. Like, they're drawing my attention to this card. It's like, no, we don't fight each other. We fight with each other, and we fight for each other. But no, we're not going to fight each other anymore. And I know this was a personal lesson for me that I went through, and a lot of other people have gone through that I've talked to or read for, and it's this energy, right? Like so a lot of people have different understandings of Three of Pentacles. My understanding from the Rider-Waite card is that they're building a cathedral together. Yes, it is about pride in what you're building, right? That's part of it. It's all just this idea that I got from someone a long time ago. It could have been a book, but it's like the cathedrals of yesteryear took thousands of years to build. And people, it does show a couple getting married in the cathedral, right? But the cathedral was like a metaphor for the lineage. It's like you built something, you're building something, you're starting it. You'll never see the fruits of that. People made plans to build the cathedral. They knew they would never see it built because it took 1,000 years. And it's the same with our lineage. We join together in union to create. This could be with a business too. This could be with anything you chose to put your energy in, where you're joining with other people or other entities to build something bigger than you. It's an overall feeling in life. It's not necessarily just for romantic relationships. It's like, I feel like they're showing me your rudder has changed. I don't know why we're going with the boat now, but like you've shifted and you're really not even interested in having any kind of relationship with people who are fighting you, right? That's like a trauma bond. That's where we're just projecting our unhealed wounds onto each other. And then we just fight back and forth forever. And we never, they have me put this card right here like this because this has shifted. You have this recognition of how enough you are and that you are enough, and I think at one point, I'm not sure why this one was here, but I think at one point there was a part of you that was like really strict with the boundaries, or like, never will I entertain this again. Never will I do this again. And now you've shifted. So everyone around in your life has also shifted, and the way you see them has shifted, and the way that they come to you has also shifted. And I think he thinks you're in for a big surprise, and I actually think he's in for a much bigger surprise. And this isn't because you're maneuvering or manipulating. It's because you actually see things very differently, and you're different because of it, because you did the work, right? That's the work. And I don't feel like you're going to be as triggered by what he has to say as you used to would have been. Like, I think a lot of that triggering is gone, maybe all of it. They're showing me it's like 0 to 13% for you guys. And it's interesting that this self-indulgence card, which kind of can be seen in a negative vernacular, a negative wording, is focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. We can see that he ran away, you had separation, and then this card was right in the middle of those two things here. And I think this reconnection is bringing in this new phase, because most of us feel like we have completed the growth phase that we needed to. Let's try to find out a little bit more about what's going on right here. You know, with that Grim Reaper card, I really get this feeling like the need for control that you used to have, right? When we feel very insecure, we need to control the outcome. We need to be the first to leave. We need to be the one to say, you know, all of those things. And I feel like you're out of it, but he may still be in it. And it's you moving out of it that really is drawing him to like trigger more growth. As I see, it's like he may have thought he won. And I'm using all these kind of in quotation marks. Like, he controlled it, so he won. And now he's seeing, maybe that wasn't quite the victory that I thought it was. Like, if he chose the karmic, like I said, he had to choose the karmic. And I really have, for the last like week and a half, and there was a period of time where I did some readings where the karmic kept coming through. And at that time, he may have re-chosen the karmic again. Like, the karmic is still showing up. And could be a different karmic, could be a different situation, but the karmic only makes you look better when they do what they do. After the masculine has grown enough to see through their mask. You see what I mean? It's exactly the way that you see your twin. So this is a really interesting card. It's an 11 card. It's also, so it's kind of got this aura, and then it's got this winter, right? For me, this feels like the solitude that you needed to go through, you went through. There's these footprints here, this tree with no leaves, and she's peacefully detaching, right? This is a message of peace. You may have sent a message that was like, that's really interesting, especially because it's a 3. And I said yesterday in the reading, 3, God, I wish I could remember. I think it was 311. It was either 311 or 320. I don't know. Might be important days, but this is coming through as 311. I'm sorry. I think I said 411 or 420, something like that. I'm feeling like the 11th. I know this is March, but they're bringing through dates for me for some reason. So this is like the Empress card. It's interesting because it's like sun, winter, well-deserved reward. Yeah, I feel like he didn't get the reward, full card, that he thought he was going to get. And it all came right back around. That's a 0 card to you. And he doesn't like that. There's the butterfly, the flow card, share the love, simply love. Yeah, throat chakra in reverse. I was going to say, like, this is going to give you a whole new vitality, a whole new lease on life here. This is all going to come a full circle. And like I said, whatever I said, I think I said it. You're going to be feeling very empowered. And it's because they're highlighting this of your humility. You're going to feel very empowered and retain your humility. Like, I'm not even sure I really know what that word means. Like, I think it means like your humbleness, right? Like, you recognize we're all great and we're all flawed at the same time. And this is this transformation here right? We have the 1, which is a magician number. I think, I'm honestly not sure what that card is in this deck, but it could be the Ace of Swords. I feel very strongly with these 3 cards, you're going to be feeling very strongly, like you're going to be feeling empowered. You're going to be feeling very, they're saying like remain grounded, really is what they want you to do. Connect to the earth. Don't let anything run away with you, and try the best you can to stay in balance. In your emotions, you know, look at this card says balance, and it's like such a 20 card. It's crazy. You know, emerald keeps coming up, and it's kind of like they have one emerald necklace on. I do feel very strongly with the emerald right now. This is an Aries card, the Fool. There is going to be some challenges to trusting here, for sure. I see that. I see that. It may be best, always follow your intuition. It may be best to stay lighthearted in a lot of ways, to, as best you can, not try to control things, but let spirit be your guide. To show me that hot card. Let spirit really lead a lot of things. You know, 1, 1, 1, 1. So, you know, that's union energy. That's lining up here. Let's get some messages on how they're actually feeling right now. Yeah, it's very interesting how much emphasis they're putting on this wedding card, the union card. They don't normally do that with me, but in the past life, you know, they're saying there's a reason it came up like above the karmic card this way, and on the past life relationship, and this strength card with the figure 8 on her forearm. And they're drawing my attention to this, which kind of looks like an atom. Like the proton and the neutron go around. What do you want to say about that, Spirit? So the practice of connecting to your heart, it's, especially when you feel alone, it's very important for you. They're showing me this card with the full moon at the top. It's important that you remember your heart is a light in this world. And even when we're together, you stand alone. You stand, like, there's power in coming together. But don't let that dictate the way that you shine your heart, right? They're saying a lot of people change themselves because they're afraid to stand alone. And the faster you get comfortable standing alone and shining your heart without validation, without anyone telling you you're doing a good job, the easier this process is. That's the process of sovereignty. Just remember, you never are alone. You're always very connected as an integral part of this universe. Always connected to spirit. Always loved by spirit. Always with your guides. Your twin is always near to you. But there's just a very important lesson for you that you've been going through that may have felt a lot like heartache and loss, where you have to know that you stand on your own. Look at that. I need to feel in control. It's very important for you to release the control of things that you don't need to control, right? Like, obviously, you need to control paying your bills and the normal things in life that you're responsible for. This isn't about responsibilities. This is about the control that you use to feel safe in relationships and jobs and in romantic relationships and friendships, and how we kind of deceive ourselves, like I was talking about earlier, and thinking a lot of it's having to do with things like how we keep ourselves busy, how we, if we don't feel like we're being wanted or desired or, you know, requested, we reach out, we make things happen. We, instead of the trust that they want us to have in the universe, those are two really interesting cards. Okay, now I get it. So your masculine doesn't feel like special to you in a way. I ran away. I'm emotionally unavailable. Why did you leave? Wow, you are beautiful. I never met anyone like you before. I can't get over you. You fuel my creativity. You are like a muse to him. And not like a muse, you are a muse to him. And it scares him a lot for all of the things that I've been talking about. He feels you're unpredictable. He feels there's too much competition. He feels like you're too special. Ugh, I was going down a road and then I went down a different road, but it'll come back if it needs to. So they're saying all of these should be upright, so we're going to turn them. This, you drive me crazy. It's kind of throwing me off. They just want me to say, it's like, you need to like weed out the triggers. When people use words that trigger you, it's not coincidental. They know on some kind of level, either like intuitively or actually, that that word triggers you and they'll get a reaction out of you. I mean, they're literally doing it for you. When anyone triggers you, they're doing it for you, for your growth. So that word crazy it would trigger me in the past. It doesn't really anymore, but when it came up right now, I was like, oh, I felt like the echo of the trigger, right? I was like, I remember how much pain that word caused me. If somebody really used it on me again, I could see in the right circumstance that might trigger me. And they want you to be really aware of those things. Do the work around them. Like, they're wanting me to be an example. It's like, so when someone says something to you that's triggering and you get upset and you like run away, you withdraw, you lash back out, whatever it is, however you deal with it, get sad, you go eat, you go smoke, you go shop, you go, however you run away from the trigger, those are the things you're doing to run away from the triggers. You need to say, why am I believing this is true? Because you're believing it's true, right? If someone called you a cat, it wouldn't be triggering unless you thought cats were horrible and they were using it like that. But let's just say we think cats are great and someone said, oh, you're a cat, and you'd be like, oh, thank you, because you think it's great. Someone calls you crazy, you get triggered and you're like, why am I getting triggered? Because I think that what they're saying is true, and I think they're judging me as crazy, and that's negative. And you need to go do your shadow work about, is this true? Why do I believe this is true? Where does this come from? You know, write out why this is triggering you. I can give some more concrete prompts and stuff, but to be honest, I really feel like the best shadow work is done in the moment. Now, you can do shadow work. Like, I have done a lot of shadow work that's just like from prompts from a book, and it will help, especially if you allow yourself to get emotionally involved with it. Okay, so let's move on because I spent a lot of time on that. But it's important for you to keep working on the triggers, even if you feel centered and grounded and sovereign. And because as soon as you feel those ways, that's when it comes in again. And so you found out something about me. What is that, Spirit? I think it's that you recognize, or maybe at once you doubted he had feelings the same as you, or you weren't worthy. I think it's about you recognizing that this is really a mutual love, at least some of the time. Because if you did have any triggering, if you did have any abandonment or rejection here, that's a lot to do, a lot to get over. You know, those are the big core wounds. I don't, for some of you, it could be your person had a child or got married, because I saw both of those things come up here. And they're really still needing to feel in control. Like, I see these two cards here, the trust in reverse and the need to feel in control, and I feel overwhelmed. Those cards are cards of still not being healed. But he's recognizing that you've grown a lot. There's a lot of growth here. Yeah, I mean, he regrets letting you go. And he most especially regrets letting you go when he compares you and the karmic. And I think that that was like the hardest thing for a lot of us to get over, was that you weren't the choice, right? But like I said, there is only one choice when there's a karmic involved, and you have karmic lessons to learn. And you can't not learn the lesson and go forward. Some people try, and I won't name names, but I feel like some celebrity couples have tried and it hasn't gone well, because you have to learn the lesson, and if you don't choose to learn it, you're forced to learn it. And that's from your higher self. You know, your soul orchestrates a lot of these things, and that's what I'm feeling here, is that there's a lot of soul orchestration going on. So I hope that was, my readings have felt quite deep to me. I don't know if they are, but they feel quite deep. I know when they are really deep, it takes more out of me physically. Like, I'm kind of fighting to stay well right now. And I have to do a lot of like practices to clean my energy and to keep my body in a certain vibration, and really not give too much. As I would, like, when I first really started reading for people, I would over give, and they're having me tell you this for a reason. And that's a worth issue, but it's also, you know, not honoring the energy. And the more that I honor myself and know my worth and have my boundaries of what I can give and what I can't give, the more well I am, and the more stable I am, and the more well I stay. And I used to get sick a lot more because I was depleting all of my energy. And that sounds crazy. See, there's that word again. That sounds like, no, sickness doesn't work like that, because we were taught it works like this, but it's true, and I've proven it to myself. Because I can and will just literally work myself to death. Like, I will work all day, every day, and deplete my energy and not give myself time and replenishment for my inner child to just daydream or do something fun, and to love life and live, you know, to recognize that it's really important to honor your feelings just as much as it is to honor your worth, to honor your whatever. All the parts of you are worthy of honoring and loving. And I think that's really, you know, they do keep bringing up the comparison of you and the karmic, and it's mostly on your side. It's like they really want you to put that to rest the way that you need to. They want you to finish that process of understanding and healing that abandonment wound. That comes from abandonment wound. Okay, you have freedom. And it's going to give you this incredible freedom when you fully understand that your parents, them not choosing you the way you wanted them to, had nothing to do with you. And like, you need to internalize that to, like, they're showing me the atom. All of your atoms need to internalize that, plus all of your auras, plus all of your energy, plus all of your thoughts need to understand it was never about you and your worth. And the stories you're telling, they're including me in this. So call me out then. Some of the stories you're still telling are about you not being chosen the way you wanted to. And it says, live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. Such a beautiful card. Like your heart, they're showing me like the radiant heart, right? And they're showing me that card about you standing alone with the lantern and your heart shining simply to shine, and knowing that your heart is beautiful. And I think we had this card before. Doesn't need any validation, and you have to get to that point. So it has two owls flying with the wisdom, right? This is the, there was the other card that came up had the little babies. They showed it to me and I didn't say it. The bottom. And this one has two owls. And they definitely have ways to spy on you that you're not aware of. Just so you know that. It says a positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. He may have something he wants to share with you that's like good. You may attend a party. You may attend something. I could even see something coming in the mail. Rebirth. Oh my God, what a beautiful card. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. I love it. Look at the unicorn and the rose. Such a beautiful card. Bottom of the deck. Miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender. The how. That's the control. Beautiful energy. I keep keeping these in the box. These are lovely cards. It's cute that you're both kind of flying up in the sky, and I feel like it's very fifth dimensional. And then in between is this very grounded energy. I mean, it's in the flower. All right, let's see what this is. 5/5 Master Alchemist, Violet Flame Activation. So much violet. 7/7 Metaphysical Messages. Follow the signs. 11/11. We got 11/11 yesterday for this in between. Pathway to True Love, Take Me Home. 4/4 Holy Grail Code, Receive the Gift. This is the gift of loving yourself and knowing that you're enough and you're worth. It's also violet. And I feel like if you really are connecting to spirit, you're really going to feel that those codes coming through. They're highlighting the violet flame. Saint Germain. If you have things that you don't feel you can surrender or that you're holding on to, the violet flame will always help you alchemize them. It's cute that this heart has wings and is kind of flying too. But just see yourself either holding the violet flame, see Saint Germain holding the violet flame. You can stand in the violet flame. You can just take all of your things and throw them into the violet flame and let him help you transmute them. You know, I started trying to read the Saint Germain books, and I just couldn't get through them. I might try again. They're very interesting books. They're like supposedly by Saint Germain. I don't know the history of them, but they're very interesting. Okay, you have Aphrodite. That was the card that was on the deck that I saw. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. He has Sarasvati. Okay, full card. The arts, express yourself through creative activities. So her foot is on the lotus and she has a swan here and also is playing an instrument. So music has been coming through. You're definitely inspiring this masculine from afar, I believe, because you have your eyes closed. Leap of faith, take a risk, put your heart's true desire into action. And then we've been having this card a lot. Go outside. The flowers have been really highly indicated. It would be beneficial for you to connect with nature, connect with the ground. I know I've been feeling a desire to kind of do some more artistic things, do some like flower arranging and learning some new crafts. And like, that feels very aligned to me, to just have some new experiences. It may be like you need to like go travel, or you need to read or watch or whatever, make new arts, do some new self-care, go to a new spa. Maybe you want to learn, like be an esthetician, or you want to become, like, these are all things they're bringing through. Learn a new form of dance, become a minister or pastor or a counselor. These are very like inner goddess things that come through you knowing your worth, that you want to give. Beautiful. We had that as the bottom of the deck yesterday. Okay, you have moonstone cycles. One of my favorite stones. He has tiger's eye, which is the companion to the hawk's eye, right? It's the brown version of this. My grandpa would always give me tiger's eye. Oh, I do have one here. So they're like a special stone. I think this is, no, is it? No, it's not. It's big jasper. Okay. He has courage, and you have the master teacher card, ancient wisdom crystal. And then there's tanzanite on the bottom of the deck with clarity. So you can use any of these call them in, ask them to work on your aura, give you the lessons you need. I can see that we're in like the pause between cycles. I actually think that's what this eclipse is, bringing in a new cycle. And it's a very, very intense eclipse, right? It's Chiron and the sun and the North Node. The sun and Chiron are at the same degree. So it's asking you, please close out these final. Chiron is in Aries for 8 years, I believe. And my natal Chiron is in Aries. And it's a transit of healing the self. And whatever that is, you need to close that out here in the next 4 days-ish. Try to work on it. Now, that eclipse energy will last for 6 months. So it may bring you to your next healing evolution. Like you may be naturally drawn. Like I'm not being naturally drawn to work with flowers right now. And that seems to be an elemental thing that's drawing me for some reason. Look at, those are interesting cards. I feel like they haven't come up a lot lately. Seems like we've had a lot of repetitive cards with the energies. Okay, so the Miriam, Sacred Vision, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all and remember that love has no boundaries. So, right? See the light in all, most especially yourself. So if you work with Christ, this is a very Christ energy for me. Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk is what he's having to do to become. I feel like the feminine did that a long time ago. Charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and ye shall receive. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. I do feel very strongly there's a lot of downloads right now. That's why they want you to be grounded. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. And then we have heart healing here. Oh, my favorite card. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. And I have seen that in my life, so I know that it's true. Dragons. Oh, should we get a moon card? The unicorn cards kind of replace the moon cards, but I do like the moon cards more than I thought I would too. It's just interesting how they come up. You have be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. Yes, conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So we just had that. Wow. Can't make it up. Powerful change. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Gorgeous. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So that will happen in July. But some of you may be very worried about this eclipse energy. Oops. I see a card in here that's turned over, don't I? No. Okay, so dragons, that can help you. It's interesting, he has conclusions are within reach. And call to action, courage, and express yourself. Some of you, he may make something for you. Royal blue and gold dragon strengthens you to stand in power with wisdom, awaken to your own majesty, wear a cloak of power and pride. And that word power does keep coming up. I think I got this one yesterday for him, or one of the days. Prepares you to accept source healing, accept a heart activation, give and receive heart healing. Orange dragon, so the sacral, brings soul families and communities together. And this may be one of the things that you're drawn to, is a new soul tribe, a new experience with people. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness, bring people everywhere together. beautiful. So the most powerful in the deck, Source Dragon, attunes you to the infinite. And again, with that figure 8, right, that I was talking about on the lion. Be still, and the silence magic can happen. Be in the moment. So I think that's the most important message of this whole reading, especially if there is reconciliation. Try to bring your full awareness into the moment, and don't project to the future, and don't project in the past. And they're saying you can only really do that if you wrap the past up and you've come to peace with it, and you've, you know, done what you needed to do. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. He has only time will tell. Criticizing one another will lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. And I think this is about that, like being in the moment and accepting the moment for exactly what it is. And you have freedom again, which is your unicorn card. Nothing's stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Manifesting miracles. A dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart. So sometimes when things feel really hard, it's really, really hard to trust. It's really, really hard to just follow your heart, especially if you've faced a lot of challenges. I know I've had tremendous challenges in the past year and a half, 2 years. You kind of get to doubting yourself, like, why did I make decisions that made things harder on myself when I thought I was doing right things, when I thought I was trusting myself, when, you know, all these things. We're just learning lessons to become this master alchemist that takes us to our home, which is our heart. And the true love is really loving yourself. And when you really, really love yourself, that's when union happens. That's what I've been shown. That's the truth as I know it. But this is all leading you to truly loving who you are and accepting that what I said in the beginning, which was something like, we're all powerful, magnificent, spiritual beings, and we're all humble, and we're all flawed. So I hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking and sharing. If you want to put 777 in the box, just to show me that you made it this far and you listened to the whole message, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the likes, shares, and comments, and connecting with all of you energetically. It's so special to me. And I'm sending you all lots of love. I know a lot of you are having challenges, and it's not easy. I really, truly do believe that these challenges serve us to understand ourselves better, understand, you know, what I was talking about. And yeah, you know, you can get through this one day at a time, one moment at a time. Be in the present moment, connect with your source, connect with your heart, know the truth of who you are, and take care. Bye for now.